Good morning, alright everyone. Let's dive into a significant, albeit future dated, development reported by the Hacker News from February 2026. This piece highlights a crucial strategic move by Microsoft that will have widespread implications. For cybersecurity, Microsoft is beginning the phase out of NTLM and basic authentication in Windows. Let's break down what this means. The big news: out with the old, in with the secure. Microsoft is embarking on a mission to enhance the security posture of its Windows operating systems by actively deprecating and eventually removing support for two long-standing, but now increasingly vulnerable, authentication protocols, NTLM and basic authentication. What are NTLM and basic auth? NTLM. This has been a core authentication protocol in Windows networks since the days of Windows NT. It's essentially how users and machines prove their identity to access resources like shared files, printers, or applications across a network. Think of it as an older lock and key system for your digital doors. While it served its purpose for decades, it's shown its age. Basic authentication. This is a much simpler, often less secure, method of authentication where credentials are sent, often unencrypted or only lightly encoded, to a server. It's widely used in web applications, but its simplicity makes it extremely susceptible to interception if not properly protected with SSL, TLS. Why is Microsoft phasing them out? The simple answer is security. Both NTLM and basic authentication are highly susceptible to modern cyber threats. 1. NTLM relay attacks. This is a particularly nasty vulnerability where an attacker can intercept an NTLM authentication attempt and relay it to another server, effectively tricking that server into authenticating the attacker as the legitimate user. This can grant unauthorized access to critical systems. 2. Brute force and password spraying. NTLM can be weaker against these kinds of attacks, where attackers try many combinations of passwords or common passwords against multiple accounts, because of its older cryptographic mechanisms. 3. Lack of modern features. Neither NTLM nor basic auth natively support modern security features like multi-factor authentication, conditional access policies, or more robust encryption standards, which are crucial in today's threat landscape. Think of it this way. In an age where we have biometric scanners and advanced encryption, NTLM and basic auth are like using a simple padlock on your front door. They're just not strong enough to deter determined attackers. What's replacing them? Microsoft is pushing for the adoption of more modern, robust, and secure authentication protocols. While the article doesn't explicitly list them all, the direction is clear. Kerberos, already a widely used and more secure alternative within Active Directory environments, providing single sign-on capabilities with stronger cryptographic protections. OAuth 2.0 and OpenID Connect. These are modern, internet-friendly protocols often used for cloud services and federated identity, enabling secure delegation of access without sharing actual credentials. SAML, another robust standard for exchanging authentication and authorization data between security domains, particularly popular for enterprise single sign-on to cloud applications. These modern protocols offer stronger encryption, better resistance to replay attacks, and seamless integration with advanced security features like MFA and identity management solutions. Who does this affect? This phase out is a monumental shift for IT professionals and system administrators. They will be on the front lines, needing to identify dependencies on NTLM and basic auth within their environments. This includes legacy applications, network devices, and custom scripts. Organizations with legacy systems, companies still running older applications or specific network configurations that rely heavily on these older protocols will need to plan for upgrades or migrations. Software developers, those creating applications that authenticate with Windows systems, will need to ensure they are using modern authentication libraries and methods. The call to action. Even though this is a future news piece, the underlying message is current and critical. Proactive planning is essential. IT departments should already be 1. Auditing their environments, identify where NTLM and basic auth are still in use. 2. Developing migration strategies, plan how to transition to Kerberos, OAuth, SAML, or other modern methods. 3. Updating applications and infrastructure, ensure systems are compatible with newer authentication standards. The bottom line. Microsoft's move, as envisioned in this 2026 article, is a necessary step towards a more secure digital future. While the transition may require significant effort, the payoff is a much stronger defense against sophisticated cyber attacks, protecting valuable data and critical infrastructure from compromise. It's about moving from outdated, vulnerable mechanisms to a robust, future-proof authentication ecosystem. So, while this specific news is from the future, the principle is timeless. Cybersecurity requires constant evolution, and phasing out weak links is a crucial part of that journey.